Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, March 6th, 2017. Taking a look at the precipitation over the past 2 weeks and 4 weeks, you can really see that it's dried out significantly over the past 2 weeks. You see a lot of these reds and oranges here on the 2-week precipitation map, and those are precipitation values below normal. And if you compare that with the past 4 weeks, you can see much of the same areas were above normal looking back at the 4-week period. So we've dried out a bit over the past 2 weeks. The satellite today shows a low pressure system in place across the Great Basin that has brought some unsettled weather to the area. So for today across the Great Basin, there is some moisture in place across the northern part of the area. That moisture and the weather system associated with it has brought some precipitation and some snow to the northern part of the Great Basin. You can see the ventilation index will be the best across the southern part of the Great Basin today. If we look at that in more detail, you see that the transport winds are pretty healthy across the Great Basin, but we do have the best mixing heights across the southern parts of the area. As we move into Tuesday, high pressure will start to build across the Great Basin, and as a result, we'll see the ventilation index decrease across the south, but it does look like across the north, mixing will improve on Tuesday. And if we look at that in more detail, you can see that it is because we have those higher transport winds moving north on Tuesday. As we move into Wednesday, we'll see some spotty areas with poor to fair mixing, better mixing in pockets across the north. And that is due to the better transport winds further north across the Great Basin on Wednesday. So taking a look at the Utah Forecast Clearing Index from the Weather Service in Salt Lake, you can see that really that today is the day with the best mixing, and then that generally decreases moving into Wednesday. Taking a look at the 3-day precipitation accumulation map, you can really see that the precipitation is focused across the north and mainly along the higher terrain. On Thursday, we will continue to see some moisture across the north, but with building high pressure, mixing will be poor to fair across much of the area. Moving into Friday, it looks like we could see another system making its way into the Great Basin. That would improve mixing on Friday. Moving into Saturday, it looks like mixing remains good to excellent across much of the area, as we see some higher winds across the area. And finally, moving into Sunday, it looks like we will see that excellent mixing continue through the weekend across the Great Basin. Looking at the 4 to 5 day period, again, most of the precipitation will stay across the north. So really through this forecast period, we're not looking at any precipitation across the southern part of the Great Basin, really just across the far north. Finally, the Climate Prediction Center is calling for below normal temperatures across the northern part of the Great Basin, above normal temperatures across the southern part of the Great Basin, with above normal precipitation across the north and below normal precipitation across the south. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.